Hello and thanks for joining me, your sports pilot James Glory, on another exciting edition of Sports Live on DNT World, where we're going to be exciting and latest sport happenings across the world of sports every Tuesday. You know it's our tradition to do this, and this week won't be an exception. So I would implore you to follow us through, because we'll be right back shortly after this break. Welcome back, and starting from the world of tennis, it is an exciting 2024, like I said already, and the Australian Open is ongoing. Though Rafael Nadal won't be participating in the Australian Open, we have seen Sinner participated, and we also saw Novak Djokovic becoming the first man to win single matches, 90 single matches in the Australian Open. Novak Djokovic might extend his winning streak in the Australian Open and probably go ahead to win the Australian Open that is ongoing right now in Australia. And also, let's go down to the world of football. We'll talk about an interesting one, and one of phenomenal player in the world of football. In the goalkeeping department, we talk about Emmanuel Noah, who made his 500 appearance for Bayern Munich against Hoffenheim in the weekend. He was able to make his 500th appearance for Bayern Munich and also kept his 240th clean sheet for Bayern Munich in all competition. Quite an interesting one for Emmanuel Noah. Like I said, where does he rank amidst all the greatest keeper of all time? Also, an interesting one in the Bundesliga is that Bayern Leverkusen has gone 4 points clear at the top of the Bundesliga table. They are not taking things lightly this season in the Bundesliga. They may be able to win the Bundesliga under Xabi Alonso. And also still in the Bundesliga, we talk about Jadon Sancho, the player that was loaned to Borussia Dortmund by Manchester United. On his return to Borussia Dortmund, he provided an assist for his former teammate Rose. Remember, his last assist before he was signed by Manchester United was also provided for Rose, and on his return he provided same assist to Rose as Borussia Dortmund won their match during the weekend. Quite an interesting one for him. Will he be able to get back to the exciting form and be able to do well in the world of football as time goes by in the Bundesliga? And will Erik ten Hag call him back from loan for him to represent Manchester United? As time goes on, let's keep our fingers crossed and expect that something miraculous will be happening between Erik ten Hag and Jadon Sancho. And also still in the world of football, now we travel down to the Premier League, where we talk about an interesting one also making history. Dominic Solanke wins the Player of the month of December and becomes the first Bournemouth player to do that in the history of the Premier League after winning the Player of the month of December last year, 2023. Dominic Solanke, you remember last year December was in top form, scoring goals. In fact, he was able to score 12 goals in the Premier League as at December. Is an interesting one for him. And also in the Premier League, Unai Emery won the manager of the month of December, while the goal of the month was given to Liverpool player McAllister, scoring a screamer goal in the Premier League. An interesting one also in the Premier League, we talk about Kevin De Bruyne, who is back to the Manchester City side, providing an assist and scoring goals against Newcastle. Remember, he was sidelined in the Premier League since August. Now is back to the Premier League team with Manchester City, and it's making the difference for Manchester City as they close the gap between them and Liverpool at the top of the Premier League. Will Manchester City be able to win it for the 4th consecutive time? Like I said, I don't want Manchester City winning it for the 4th consecutive time. I'd rather see Liverpool winning the Premier League or Arsenal winning the Premier League if they choose not to bottle it like they did last season. It's quite an interesting one in the Premier League. Also, you know that during the weekend we saw Tottenham taking on Manchester United. Quickly, let's go on a very short break, and when we're back we talk more on that. Welcome back, and it's an interesting one as we talk about Manchester United and Tottenham. They were able to share points at Old Trafford, where we saw Timo Werner providing an assist for Tottenham as they came back into the game 2-2 draw in that particular match. And in that match also we could see Rashford scoring goal, and we could see Højlund providing an assist for Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford also providing an assist for Højlund as they were able to find the back of the net in the Premier League. Onana represented Manchester United in that match. He will be representing Cameroon. Also, it's an interesting one as we talk about the 34th edition of the African Cup of Nations that is played in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire. Right now, you remember that the first goal of the tournament was scored by the host country, also the goal from Sako Fofana, scoring a goal for Ivory Coast for them to take a lead. And also you remember that they were able to win that match 2-0 in the 34th AFCON edition. Quite an interesting one, but it's a devastating one for Nigeria, who were only able to share a point against Equatorial Guinea, causing the goal of Victor Osimhen. It was also a shocking one for the Egyptians that were able to share points with Mozambique. Also, the late penalty from Mo Salah scoring from the spot to help Egypt secure the points in the AFCON going on right now. Also talking about the African Cup of Nations, you remember that Ghana were also defeated and they suffered a defeat to Cape Verde 2-1. Who will be winning the African Cup of Nations ongoing in this year? Will you think Ghana will be able to win it? Will Nigeria be able to win it? And a question to the African team, and talking about the Nigerian Super Eagles. What is wrong with the Nigerian Super Eagles with so many attacking options that they are having? Right now, they were only able to score a goal and get a point against Equatorial Guinea. What is wrong? Is the coach the problem for the Super Eagles? Do you think they will be able to win the African Cup of Nations ongoing? Victor Osimhen definitely made the difference and helped Nigeria secure a point against Equatorial Guinea. Will that be enough going forward in the African Cup of Nations? Let's keep our fingers crossed and hope Nigerians will be making Nigeria proud in the African Cup of Nations. And let's digress to the Spanish La Liga. We'll talk about an interesting one, and we talk about a player who has written his name in the club history. We talk about Anthony Griezmann, who has become Atletico Madrid all-time top goal scorer. Anthony Griezmann, scoring 174 goals for Atletico Madrid, was able to net against Real Madrid in the Spanish Super Cup in the semi-finals. But the sad one for Atletico Madrid, we didn't give up without a fight though, but Real Madrid were able to defeat them to proceed to the finals of the Spanish Super Cup. And you remember that in the Spanish Super Cup, Real Madrid took on Barcelona. It's a devastating one for Barcelona. Congratulations to Real Madrid as they have been able to win the Spanish Super Cup, defeating Barcelona 4-1 in that final. Quite a devastating one for Savage side as they suffered a huge defeat in what happens to be an El Clasico and in the finals of the Spanish Super Cup, where we saw Vinicius Jr. scoring an hat-trick in that particular match. Real Madrid right now are the second position in the Spanish La Liga, with Girona dropping points during the weekend. And if Real Madrid are able to win their next match, they will be going 2 points clear at the top of the La Liga. Fably quite an interesting one in the world of football as we continue to enjoy the African Cup of Nations going on right now. And this is the length at which we will be going on this week's episode of Sports Vibe on DNT World. For more news and sports stories, follow us across our various social media handles as Sports Vibe on DNT World. Enjoy your week, remain blessed. Thank you.